We developed a team by creating an atmosphere that it was okay to talk to another person. Respect became the emotional glue that binds that football team today together. Teams are built through passion and leadership. People can't know each other unless they talk to each other. People should not hate or disrespect each other unless you know something about each other. I found that when I inherited this team in 1971, I inherited a team of unfocused and angry young boys. How can you become a team when you're angry at each other? When you don't like each other, when you don't respect each other. And you can't imagine the many nights that I stayed up, particularly when I took them to Gettysburg College, the many nights that I stayed up trying to figure out how can I get this team to be a team. And if you can remember, I think I said, I defined a team as a group of people with one heartbeat. I've got to have a group of people with one vision. I've got to have a group of people who will get off the ball in unison. I've got to have a group of people who believe that they can knock their opponent 1 yard off the line of scrimmage so that my back can have the option to run left, right, or any place he wants to go. I've got to believe that. How do you do that? How do you get a group of angry and unfocused young boys to become friends or to respect each other? I don't care if you like each other, but you will respect each other. And how can you respect each other if you don't know anything about each other? So I created the atmosphere, and probably a little more required than volunteer, that you must spend at least 1 hour a night with a person that you do not know. You saw it in the movie. They had to sit and talk with people that they did not know, get to know people that they did not know, get to understand people that you did not know, get to accept people's culture, and more than anything else, respect that person's space. This was the success of the Titans football team in 1971. They found a way by simply talking to each other. They found a way to accept the soul of an individual. We call it today inclusion. We call it, the acceptance of diversity. They found a way to accept the soul of an individual rather than reject that person for what he or she looked like. And consequently, we developed a team. We developed a team by creating an atmosphere that it was okay to talk to another person. How can you work and play with another person if you don't know something about them? You saw the scene in the movie where Gary Bertier, who was probably a hard-nosed, hard-knock racist, he didn't like people that didn't look like he looked. He was taught that. He grew up with that philosophy. But when he got an opportunity to talk to Julius, he found out that Julius was a decent human being. Yes, different colors, different beliefs, different cultures, different acceptance of food and music. But in the inside of Julius was a beautiful human being. And Gary, forsaking all of his parents' upbringing and training, decided he was going into the ghetto to play basketball with Julius. I mean, that took a lot of courage to come down into the Bergs, you see. To play in the Berg is the hard-nosed projects of Alexandria, Virginia. You don't come into the Berg unless you're black or tough, you see. Gary put away all of his differences and decided to accept Julius as a human being. And therefore, the team, you remember I said leaders lead by passion? Gary was a leader. And one